Fluted duties! Thank you guys for being patient for me to get this video out to you. I didn't have a flute until today, so you guys were the only instrument that I actually didn't have my hands on, so I couldn't make a video for you. But now, got a flute, so here comes the video. This week we're going to be working on warm-ups, and that's because since you are out of school and not warming up with me, I want to make sure that all of your practice sessions start really strongly to make sure that you are developing some good technique and your practice sessions can move forward to bring you a lot of progress that's really positive, creating good habits along the way. So we're just going to talk about a couple warm-ups that I want you to work on this week, and then at the end of the week on Thursday or Friday after a couple days of practice, I want you to record them and upload them to me on the Google Classroom. The first warm-up I want to work on is just going back and forth with some octave combinations. We're going to go through all of the fingerings starting from low F, that really low F, and we're going to bring those up and down in increasing speed. So first we're going to start with going on low F for a whole note, to high F for a whole note, then low F for a half note, high F for a half note, half note, quarter, 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 eighth, 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 eighth. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm going to play an example for you. After F, we're just going to go up scale-wise to G, because those fingerings don't change from the low octave to the high octave. Then to A, then to B flat, and then to C. We're not going to do D, because D, if you remember, we go from regular D to rock on D. I want to do this between only fingerings that have the same fingering. And that's because it's going to help us develop a good habit in terms of our embouchure, our lip shape, to keep it smooth. And we're going to make sure our breath support's moving really, really well. And our aperture, the opening in our lips, is going to change from, like, if I could fit one of the regular soda straws from McDonald's, the thicker ones, tightening for the high note, almost as if I was holding one of those red coffee straws that people stir their coffee with, the thin ones that we've talked about before. I'm going to show you that right now. 1, 2, ready. Now G, 2, ready. A, 2, ready. B flat. Don't be like me, don't use your eyebrows. C. So if that was a little fast, feel free to try that on your own, and then you could practice along with me by rewinding this video and actually practicing it with that metronome. But take it at your own speed. Those eighth notes especially are going to be really hard for almost all of you at your first time doing it, and that's totally fine. It's going to get easier and easier as you work up to a speed like that. If you notice, you can see my aperture also closing a little bit and my lips flexing just a little tiny bit as we go from the low notes to the high notes. So make sure you're giving that a try and keeping your flute level to the ground the whole time. The second exercise I want you to work on is I just want you to play along with me, speeding up the two scales that we know really well. Right now that's our B flat scale and our E flat scale. We're working on finger dexterity here, making sure that our fingers can move nice and smoothly, even though there's a lot of notes coming our way. And we're making sure that we're using our tongue against the back of our teeth, of our top teeth, as we go up and down these scales. So let me show you what I mean. 1, 2, ready. I went 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and hold 2, 3, 4, off. Now, of course, that speed might be a little too fast the first time, and that's totally fine. Take your time. Take it slow. If you can get it slow, speeding it up is the easy part. But until you can nail that slow, you won't be able to speed that up. It just won't happen. You won't have a solid technique for that. Once you have the B flat scale, go ahead and give it a try on the E flat scale, like this. 1, 2, ready. Like I said, practice that on your own, and then feel free to keep rewinding this video and trying it along with me. I'm doing it at about 80 beats per minute. That's your goal. So, after a couple days of practice, you'll get better and better. You'll grow about 3 or 4 days of practice. And then I want you to actually record both of those warm-ups and go ahead and upload them to this assignment on the Google Classroom. If you have any questions or any trouble, you can either ask me during our band check-ins on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, or just shoot me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Flutie duties, happy practicing.